Namaste, warriors of peace, heroes, courageous beings seeking to live with conviction to close the gap from where we are to where we seek to be. In yogic philosophy, there's a very important story that teaches us the story or the path of the warrior. And the way that the story goes is this great warrior had reached the point in his lifetime that he was at a choice point. He was at a very important choice point, whether he was going to choose to drop into the everyday living of the three-dimensional reality of contrast, of good and bad and right and wrong, turn this way, turn that way, what should I do? I can't take it anymore. Let me go flick on the TV, to run and hide. Or he was at a choice point. Do I step in fully and completely into the contrast of the 3D world and begin to see where I am, where I truly am? And he was being called to step into and to, in one way or another, release all of that which did not hold the highest vibrational frequency, the highest space, the highest direction forward beyond the struggles of good, bad, right, and wrong, but to lift up one's eyes to wholeness, to what reconciliation really looks like, to overcoming the very nature of the three-dimensional reality to which we were born into, to move into the reconciling factor of understanding truly courage of the heart, love, the ability to face whatever it is that we need to see, to learn, to grow. And so for this great warrior, this great being, his name was Arjuna, it was really hard for him at first. Oh my goodness. He was shaking, he was trembling, threw down his bow, the great warrior's bow, very upset. However, he came around, but even once he came around, he was still afraid. There was still fear, unknowing, because he knew he was stepping into a new potential. He was given the option. You can have the largest army, tens of thousands of soldiers to enter into battle, or you can have beside you that which is all-knowing, all-knowledge, the absolute center, referred to as the Bindu point of consciousness of all that is, all understanding, and your smaller army that you have here. Well, wisely, he chose the smaller army, the center of consciousness. The army here represents all of the things that we think are going to help us make it through. We live in a time, a date, an age where education has become more like entertainment, call it edutainment. We live in an age where here and now, we want everything to feel good. We want the biggest armies possible, the drugs, the television programs, the fast food. We want everything possible and available that helps fill the gap up between where we are and where we seek to be with this delusion. The delusion that we are making some kind of change when really all we're doing is stimulating pleasure and sedating pain. We're not really facing anything. We're just pulling out the army. You know, what drug do I need? Where do I need to go? Who's going to fix this for me? So Arjuna, being the great being that he is, although he was very afraid, extremely emotional, and quite despondent, he chose the lesser army and the center of consciousness to open up to the center of all knowledge as his advisor. What do you choose? Where are you going in your life in the hero's journey? Because my friends, this is our story. Each and every one of us were born to embody the absolute highest aspect of who we are and who we are meant to be. We're not meant to live here in a way that he who consumes the most wins, he who has the biggest house wins. None of that. It holds nothing. Let's do this together. The hero's journey. All simply part of being in the Rasa Yoga container. Whether you're a general class student, you come to 1 to 2 classes a week, or whether you're right on up in the doctorate program, the SAGE program, wherever you are. Allow this to be a point in time. Pick up a workbook, follow through the different complementary activities, all just being a part, and follow this point and see that by January, mid-January, you will be embodying just a little bit more, little bit closer to the hero that you truly are, to that which lies within the heart and the absolute truth of who you're meant to be. I love you. I love you. I love you. You are the hero in your own life. Namaste.